Have you ever pondered the depth and reach of the Epstein controversy and how many high-profile names might be entangled in it? This question has been making waves recently, and for good reason. The controversy around Jeffrey Epstein, a financier and convicted sex offender, has been a subject of intense scrutiny and speculation for over a decade. Epstein's legal troubles date back to 2008 when he pleaded guilty to lesser charges related to sex crimes and served 13 months in jail. However, the saga didn't end there. Epstein was arrested again in July of 2019 on federal sex trafficking charges, but before he could face trial, he was found dead in his jail cell a month later. The official cause of his death was ruled a suicide, but this has done little to quell the rumors and conspiracy theories that have surrounded the case. Fast forward to the present day, and the Epstein controversy has taken another shocking turn. Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's accusers, brought a defamation lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell, a British socialite and Epstein's longtime associate. This lawsuit led to the unsealing of over 900 pages of mostly unredacted documents containing more than 100 names connected to Epstein. These documents expose the vast network Epstein exploited and provide a glimpse into his abuse of underage girls. But it's important to note that the release of these names doesn't necessarily imply wrongdoing. Among the names mentioned are high-profile figures such as former President Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew, who have not been accused of any wrongdoing in these documents. This is just the tip of the iceberg. The Epstein controversy has many layers waiting to be unfolded. As we delve deeper into this convoluted narrative, we'll uncover more about Epstein's connections, the allegations against him, and the lasting impact of his actions on his victims and society at large. The unsealing of Epstein's documents has increased transparency, shedding light on his extensive network of connections. A federal judge in New York has taken a bold step, unsealing the identities of approximately 170 associates of Jeffrey Epstein. This release of information is part of a lawsuit between one of Epstein's accusers and Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's close associate, who was found guilty of trafficking charges. Among those named in the unsealed documents are high-profile figures including former President Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew. However, it's important to note that these documents do not level any new accusations against these individuals. They simply provide a clearer picture of Epstein's web of connections, which spanned across continents and industries. A significant part of these unsealed documents is Epstein's infamous Little Black Book. This book, which listed over 1,500 connections, has been a source of speculation and intrigue since it came to light. Now it has been tabulated and can be searched online. The book contains an array of names, from business moguls and celebrities to politicians and royalty, further highlighting the extent of Epstein's network. These unsealed documents also bring to light the names of some of Epstein's victims, household staff, and others whose names came up in the court case. Some of these individuals have since passed away, while others continue to live with the scars of their past. While the unsealed documents do not implicate all the named individuals in wrongdoing, they do provide a deeper insight into Epstein's operation. They reveal the intricate network he exploited and the extent of his influence. This unsealing has sparked a global conversation about accountability, power, and the pervasive issue of sexual exploitation. The release of these names has intensified the scrutiny on Epstein's network, sparking a global conversation. It's a conversation that is long overdue, and one that will hopefully lead to justice for Epstein's victims, and a deeper understanding of the societal structures that allowed his crimes to continue for so long. The accusations from Epstein's victims have led to a whirlwind of controversies, even involving reputed magazines like Vanity Fair. Among these allegations is a shocking claim made by Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's victims. Giuffre has alleged that former President Bill Clinton tried to exert his influence to stop Vanity Fair from publishing stories about Epstein's illicit sex trafficking activities. This accusation, if true, would imply a level of complicity or at least a desire to conceal the truth that would be deeply troubling. However, it's important to note that this claim has been met with strong denials. Sources who worked at Vanity Fair during the time in question have categorically denied that such an event took place. They argue that the magazine had a frosty relationship with Clinton, making such an intervention highly unlikely. Further, a representative for Clinton has also come forward to deny the incident. This denial adds another layer of complexity to the situation, raising questions about the veracity of the claim. Is it a case of a victim's understandable anger leading to an unfounded accusation? Or is there more to the story that remains hidden? Regardless of the truth of this specific allegation, what is undeniable is the dark shadow that Epstein has cast over many high-profile figures and institutions. The unsealed court documents have exposed an extensive network of connections, raising uncomfortable questions about who knew about Epstein's activities and when. The Epstein controversy continues to unravel, unearthing unsettling details about the extent of his sex trafficking operation. From Epstein's conviction to the unsealing of the documents, the controversy has taken many turns. The saga began with Epstein's conviction and subsequent death, a story that sent shockwaves through society. Then came the unsealing of documents, shedding light on over 100 names connected to the notorious figure. These documents, largely unredacted, reveal a vast network of connections, painting a clearer picture of Epstein's extensive reach. They also introduce a new level of transparency to the case, though they do not necessarily implicate all the named individuals in wrongdoing. Yet, the plot thickens with controversial accusations involving high-profile individuals. While these figures have been mentioned, they have not been accused of any wrongdoing. The Epstein controversy is a complex web of power, influence, and exploitation, and these recent revelations only add more threads to the intricate tapestry. As we delve deeper into the Epstein controversy, the question remains, how many more layers are yet to be uncovered?